Hey everybody, welcome back. This is HD, and this is going to be another pro game broadcast. Unfortunately, I tried to play a daily ladder today, but Battle.net was down, so I was really pissed about that. But it's okay because I have one of the best replays I could get my hands on, and it is actually going to be TheLittleOne versus WhiteRa. This is an epic rivalry between these two players. I've casted so many games between these two, along with Husky as well, as you guys all know, and we have gotten so many just so many positive reviews about these two players. Obviously, they're the best of the best. WhiteRa is one of the best Protoss players in the world. TheLittleOne, one of the most creative and best balls out to the wall Terran players in the world right now. And when these two face off, it's kind of like watching fireworks explode. It's like a huge explosion, and it's just amazing to watch these two players. I am so excited. It is going to be a Protoss versus Terran, and it is going to be on Scrap Station. This is for the ESL Cup, and it is a best of 3. I'm going to be casting all 3 games in this series, and this is game number 1. So, knowing that these two players have such a great rivalry against each other, we also know that they are very good friends. I'm actually somewhat close to both of them. I communicate with them from time to time, and they're very, very close to each other. They know each other's play styles. They play against each other a lot. And, you know, when you play against somebody who you know so well and you've played a lot of games with, oftentimes the best strategy for winning is to do the unorthodox, catch your opponent off guard. That's why when I play against my friend Dopa, oftentimes we just play standard macro games, but sometimes I'll pull some crazy trick out of the book and plant a hatchery inside his base, and it ends up working. Those kind of crazy strategies, they're able to throw your opponent off his game, and it's not something that they're prepared to see. So oftentimes, good friends will try to do some kind of a cheesy tactic. I'm definitely on the lookout for this game for any kind of cheese antic strategy. Obviously, all eyes are on TLO because he is the one who usually comes up with some crazy stuff. It looks like right now everything looks pretty standard though. He's got a barracks, got a refinery, he's got his SCV going around inside the Protoss base, and WhiteRa already has his cybernetics core and gas down. So both players right now super standard, nothing out of the ordinary. The one thing is WhiteRa hasn't really scouted yet, so I guess he is maybe they have a gentleman's agreement. Maybe WhiteRa told TLO, you know, don't cheese me, and I'll give you $5 or something. I don't know. WhiteRa here hasn't scouted the enemy Terran base yet, so it's very much in the dark right now for the Protoss. TLO will be going for factory down right after the first barracks, and everything is looking super standard except for the fact that it looks like TLO will not be going for Bio this game. Bio does seem to be the predominant unit choice against Protoss in Terran versus Protoss, but it looks like right now TLO is going to be going for factory first. It is possible he is going to go for a factory fast expo, which is basically you just get a siege tank out, you get siege mode, and then you get your expansion down. It can be a decent build on this map. I think the more obvious choice will be a starport though. I think because of these two close rush distances between the two bases, yes indeed, we are going to have a starport going down, and TLO here may actually be doing some, I don't think he's going to be dropping off. I don't think he's going to be going for dropships. It may just be a quick Banshee into WhiteRa's base. And does WhiteRa have a robotics facility? Yes, he does. So he will have observers out to scout in case the Banshees do have cloak technology. And even if they don't, the observer will be a nice little addition to the Protoss army, and finally give WhiteRa a little bit of scouting information, because this is really, really risky, considering the fact that WhiteRa still has not scouted TLO's base. And, you know, it's going back to what I said. If you're playing against a good friend, you really, really do want to scout them out, especially if there's something on the line. Like, this is the ESL Cup, so this is not just an exhibition match. This is an actual tournament game. So, I don't know. I don't know what WhiteRa is thinking. He is going to be chronoing his observer out. It looks like, at the moment, he's going 3-gate robo, so it is going to be an aggressive opening for WhiteRa. He's going to try to bust through the front of TLO's base, and it looks like TLO will be going for a dropship after all. He's going for drop. He's going to load up 8 Marines. The reason why I didn't think he was going for drop is because there was no reactor on any of these buildings. So it is going to be a drop. 8 Marines coming in here. Observer cross scouts the dropship on the way, and here we go. WhiteRa getting in position, loads down 1 force field. Oh, we have 3 Hellions also coming in the front door. I didn't even notice that there were Hellions in here coming. They must have worked their way all the way around from the outside of the map into WhiteRa's base. They're inside the probe line right now. The Stalkers need to get rid of these Hellions ASAP. 1 Hellion goes down, but this Hellion already has 4 kills. The Immortal pops out of the robotics facility, and it's gonna slay that Hellion quite easily, I would imagine. Don't lose the Immortal, WhiteRa. That was super close, and it looks like TLO here is doing work inside of the Protoss player's base. WhiteRa is in a lot of trouble. He's losing ever more probes. He's at 19 under 26. TLO finally deciding to pick up his 4 Marines and his battered and bruised Hellion, but he just barely gets out of there, and he did quite a bit of damage with that attack. If we look at the income tab, 27 over 21. Observer gets picked off by TLO inside the main base. So now WhiteRa once again in the dark, and we do have the mighty Thor coming out of the factory, as well as the command center. So it looks like it was basically 1 Rex, 1 Fact, 1 Starport, some aggression, and then straight into the command center. And TLO looking good this game. And I think WhiteRa might have paid the price by not scouting earlier on. He didn't really know what was coming. I guess he did kind of see the dropship coming in with the 8 Marines, but he didn't see the 3 Hellions. I didn't see the 3 Hellions coming in, and presumably they just kind of took the long route around and just came straight up the ramp. But it was a very nice 2-pronged timing attack for TLO. And look, whoa, look at this. We have 250mm cannons coming as an upgrade for the TheLittleOne. Of all the upgrades inside the factory's tech lab, there's the Infernal Pre-Igniter, the Siege Tank upgrade, and then there's the 250mm cannon. It looks like TLO is going to be going for the 250mm. He is going to be dropping a Thor off inside WhiteRa's base. A little bit of Thor harass here, but the Thor really needs to get out of there. Oh, the dropship getting harassed. Dropship gonna load up, gets the Thor out of there just barely. And both the Thor and the dropship in the red. That has got to be so annoying if you're Protoss, because you know that's going to go back home, and that is going to get repaired in a jiffy by a handful of SCVs. And wow, that was a nice play right there by TLO, getting 2 kills out of his Thor, and that thing is going to go right back up to full HP. Well played right there. Now it looks like we do have a Dark Shrine coming up on the production tab. WhiteRa gonna try to be sneaky. He knows he's behind right now, 25 under 33. He's still on 1 base. As far as he knows, it looks like, yeah, he knows TLO is still on 1 base as well. But he is going to be coming in with the Warp Prism here, dropping off for Zealous. Great drop action play by both these players, very unorthodox. And actually, this is what I've been hoping to see more in Terran versus Protoss. Less of the bio build and more of drop action. It's really much more entertaining to watch, and it does require a lot more skill and APM and micro to control. It looks like those 4 Zealots got slayed quite easily though, and I don't think WhiteRa really did too much damage. Now actually warping in Dark Templars at the island, and supposedly, yeah, gonna load up into the Warp Prism, and now he's gonna bring it, wow, that's really creative right there. He's gonna warping them in on the island so they're safe, and then bringing them over here when they're cloaked. TLO gets a scan off, he picks off 2 of the DTs, 1 DT remaining here, the DT very close to dying, the missile turret also going up right now, and it looks like the Dark Templar, oh, gets picked off. It would not have made it out of there actually, because notice TLO pulled his SCVs as he was trying to block the Dark Templar from escaping away from the range of the missile turret, or perhaps a comsat. So very nice play. We now have TLO going for the Raven. He's going to try to finish this game off. WhiteRa, one last desperate attempt to get back in this game. He's going to try to get the gold expansion at the, what is this, the bottom 5, 7 o'clock location. So not completely out of this game yet. WhiteRa now going for Templar Archives. Note, he has been on 1 base this entire game, so his gas reserves are very much starved. He's at 650 minerals and 65 gas. I don't know how he can hope to afford both Dark Templars and High Templars with the gas that he's got, which is extremely, extremely meager and measly. I would really like to see WhiteRa. Well, I guess, yeah, he just needs to get this gold expo. I mean, more so for the gas than the actual gold minerals, because he's starving for gas so badly. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get it in time. Here comes TLO, pounding his way through the center of the rocks. WhiteRa going to try to bring his Warp Prism in. This thing is like a flying paper airplane. It is so soft and weak, and it is going to not be able to warp in any additional reinforcements. And now TLO, do note he has a natural expansion. He's getting a lot more income per second. The gold doesn't really have any saturation save for 1 probe, and it looks like TLO gonna start to push his way up through the ramp. I think this could be GG. WhiteRa GG's out of the first game in this ESL Cup. Great play by both these players, and especially creative use of the dropship by TLO. and actually as well as WhiteRa. WhiteRa not as good with micro, but still very impressive play. And that is game number 1. We're going to go ahead and move on to game number 2 between these two players. Epic rivalry. Stay tuned, guys. HD signing out.